What's up, everybody? Bill here. This is going to be pretty much my official video on how to make the Hound Special. What I like to eat most of the time. This is my most updated batch we'll be making here, so I'll just kind of talk as I go. So let's just get into this because I don't want it to be too long of a video, but it is going to be kind of a long video, so let's get going. Okay. So let's see if we can get a good angle here. We'll start out with that right there, I suppose. How about right about there? Okay. So we're just gonna get all our ingredients in here first, right up, first things first. So we got a nice pot there. A little higher up. There we go. Okay. So we'll start off with the shrooms. These are baby bellas. Just going to go from the start and pretty much till, we're not going to, I'll pause it for the cook part, but we'll deal with that when I get there. So I'm going to rinse these real quick. Dump them in. Boom. Okay. So there's the baby bellas. And let's do this orange pepper here. Always rinse my veggies. Okay. It doesn't matter what, orange, red, green. I just grab whatever's the freshest, and the orange had the freshest this time, so we're doing orange. Okay. Might as well show you how I chop them up too. This is pretty much my main staple as far as my dinners go. Ever since I've been making this, I've been improving it, and it's really improved my my digesting system, and just I'm losing weight because I'm eating better because of it. It really is a healthy meal. Okay, so we're going to do the broccoli now. I like to take out some of the stalk there and just try to break them down as much as I can so they're not such huge bites. Okay, oops, gotta rinse that one off. Jumped out. There we go, that's a good piece. That's fine. These are just pretty much bite-size trees. Okay. They're big. Okay. There we go. Perfect. There's my broccoli, the sweeper of the stomach. I'm gonna do a carrot. Try to do it a little quicker, but safely. Okay. Make it. All right, there's one carrot. I'm doing 2 carrots. Okay. best way home. I get a little paranoid getting close to my fingers like that, so that's why I do that. There's my carrots. Okay. Alright, this is yellow squash. That's the way I like to do these. Quarters. Okay, then I'll grab a row and just chop it down. Okay, pretty good. Make sure I'm getting everything in the picture here. Yep, we're doing pretty good. All right. So, what's next? Got a green squash here. I think it's called a green squash. It's green squash. Always cut the ends off. Okay. There's that. I got sweet onion. Okay, cut down. Okay. And no, I don't live in a bird sanctuary. It's just a video on TV. So I'll put the whole onion in there. Onions are super healthy, so I like a lot of onion. And sweet onion is my onion of choice. So you got a Roma tomato here. Fresh tomato. Those down to quarters. Nice bite-sized pieces. Okay. Throw them in. We got 2 of these. Okay. 2 tomatoes. Throw it in. Okay. Man, that. There we go. Got a party going over there. I got a lot of background noise there. Okay, this is yams, fresh yams. Cut it in half. I'm going to cut this down to quarters also. gonna do two yams, two fresh yams. Okay, they're very healthy, very healthy for you. Okay. Okay, there's two yams. Not really big ones, just kind of smaller ones. Okay. So now we got some cabbage here. But actually, hang on. Let's do this first, okay? We got some couple of canned items I want to throw in. This is white beans. Sun Vista white beans, okay. Drain that thick water out of there. Some people might prefer to use the water, but I don't. Okay. Dump the whole can in. I'll save this can for the ground turkey meat juice. And then we're going to dump this can of golden sweet whole kernel corn, okay? Drain the little water out. Okay, dump the whole can in. There we go. And then here, I switched from fresh garlic to minced garlic, okay, because it's just so much easier. And I think it actually has more flavor also. It's like fermented, so we're going to do 2 tablespoons. One, lots of garlic. I love garlic, so 2, okay? Nice spoonfuls of garlic there, all right? So let's get this cabbage in there. I'm not going to use the whole thing, probably just barely half. Okay, so about that much, and I'll save the rest of this for my tacos. But I do like a nice amount of cabbage in my Hound Special here. Okay, pop this in the fridge. Okay, so let's chop this cabbage up a little bit here. Okay, throw it in, spread it out a little there. I need air. There we go. Chop the rest of this up here. Okay. Quite a bit of cabbage because it's really good fiber, all right? Really good fiber. It tastes good too. Okay, spread that around. Okay, so I got this chicken broth. Actually, hang on, let me see something here. Yeah, I use the old stuff first, the older stuff first, okay? And that's going to be this here, cooking chicken stock, okay? We're going to use chicken stock. It doesn't matter, you can use stock or broth, it's up to you. I switch back and forth, you know, but I like to use this instead of just water because it has more flavor and a little bit more body to it. So I'll put 2 cups of this in. Always give it a little smell. There's one. Dump it in. Okay. There's 2. Okay. Boom. I'll put the rest in the fridge. All right. Then what I'll do is I'll get these 2 chicken bouillon cubes, okay, right here, and I'll put these in. This is for flavor. Smash them first a little bit and then drop them in. Okay. Gives a little saltiness too, to flavor. Okay. So now we're going to come to the stove here. Okay. Get this started. And it's 6:55 right now. This will be done by 7:45, I'd say. Okay. So we'll get that started, get it boiling. And then I'm going to start my meat now. Okay. So I'm using, hang on. I like to use this butterball ground turkey. This one's the Italian style, so 2 of these, okay? You don't have to use the Italian style, but I like to use that sometimes because it tastes has a little more flavor actually. So I'll put them both in the pan here, okay? Alright, so let's get this going. Get this browning. While that's starting up, I'll get my little setup here to strain the water out of the meat. Alright, let's see. No, it looks better like that. Alright, so break this down a little bit here. Put the lid up, well, we'll leave it off. Break this down a little bit. Okay. There. So we'll lid that. Get that going. And I'll lid this too for now. And I'm going to pause it for just a little bit, okay? And I'll be right back. So we're going to stir the meat a little bit here. Okay. Until it's brown for the most part. Okay. Alright. Be right back. Alright, so let's give it another stir here. See a lot of water in there. It's not oil, it's like water, okay? So we're gonna keep going with this and we'll drain this water out of here very shortly. It's almost there, okay? You don't want that pink to be in there. You get all that pink out, okay? All right. And we're also gonna check this here. Probably, yeah, I can hear it boiling, so we'll give it a stir. Just get everything down in there. Okay, nice little stir. Just get it going. All right. Okay. Put the lid back on. Alright, so this meat looks like it's pretty good. So we'll turn the camera over to here to the sink. This is my little strainer set up here. Okay. Right there. And strain this puppy. Get all that water out of there. If you don't strain the water, it'll kind of taste weird. You know, it'll have that weird taste to it. So get that water out of there. Strain it out. It's not grease or oil. It's water. Okay. So there we go. Put that back on the flame for a second. And then see, there's all the water in there, and I'll let that sit for a minute and then I'll put it in that can before I throw it away. Okay. So let's double check this. Yep, looks good. So this is the time we'll turn that flame off. Okay, get this puppy off. And we're gonna dump this meat in there right now. Okay. Just like that, the whole thing. Both tubes. Okay. So there's that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stir it in. Okay. Just like this. Okay. Get it in there. Okay. So there it is. We'll cap it and then we'll lower the heat to, you know, a nice simmer. Okay. Get down to a nice simmer. And we're right now it's when well, actually I'll wait on the other ingredients. So I'm going to pause it, let it cook for a while. So I don't know if this thing will stay on pause or if it'll shut itself off after a while, but if it does, the next steps I'm going to take, I'll just tell you right now in case it shuts off, is I'm going to let it cook for about a half hour, you know, on the lower heat. And in probably 15 minutes, I'll dump this half stick of butter in there and let that cook in. And then about the same time, I'm going to dump this Classico Creamy Rose fresh cream, the whole thing in there, okay? And I'm going to do that in about 15 minutes. And then I'm going to stir both the butter and this Classico in and let it cook for another 15 minutes after that. And it'll be ready. So I'll see if this camera will stay on pause. And I'll be back to show you that step, okay? So I'll be back in 15 minutes. If not, this is the Bill Hound Special. So hopefully it'll stay on pause. I'll be back. If not, thank you for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Okay, it's been a few minutes. I'm going to stir it. Okay. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So it's been almost 15 minutes. So I'm going to put the butter in now. There's the butter, half stick. And I'm going to dump this classical creamy rose fresh cream in there also, okay? So I'm going to get all this goodness out of this jar. So what I'll do is I'll take this here chicken stock, dump some in there, okay? And shake it up and pour it in, okay? With all that goodness in there. All right, there we go. Yeah. So we'll stir that in real quick. Okay. You can hear the party in the background. So stir this in there real good. It just gives it a nice texture, the butter and the cream. Okay. So we'll let this cook for another 15 minutes and it'll be ready. Okay, so around, I'd say anywhere from 35 to 45 minutes is enough cooking time for the whole thing, because it just depends on how you like your texture of your veggies. But I'd say definitely more than a half hour minimum. Okay, 45 minutes tops. You don't want it to get too soggy either. So let's let this cook for a while, simmer. And we'll be right back, okay? All right, so I'm going to stir it here, okay? You can see it's getting there. All right. So I'll stir it this time. Okay, and I'm gonna let it cook for about another probably like 10-15 minutes, and then I'll plate it up and I'll take my thumbnail picture, and that's how I make the Bill Hound Special. Okay, so if you want to try it, just follow the video here and how it's done. It's really healthy and it's very tasty and it's very inexpensive also. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe if you'd like. That'd be fantastic. And if you do subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications and hit that like option. That'd be great too. So y'all have a fantastic day, night, wherever you're at, and we'll catch you later.